Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we are jumping into, well, maybe the deepest end of specialized hardware.
We really are.
We're looking at one specific piece of gear, the Kramer CP-AOCU31-CC-10. It's a USB 3.1 cable.
And our mission today is to figure out why this one 10-foot USB-C cable costs nearly $250. It seems kind of absurd on the surface.
Right, because when I think of a USB-C cord, I'm thinking about charging my phone.
Exactly. And this Kramer cable, it just throws all of that consumer convenience right out the window. It's built for one thing and one thing only.
And that is?
Absolute, unadulterated speed. We're talking USB 3.1 Gen 2 Super Speed plus FAC. It promises a throughput of up to 10 gigabits per second.
Okay, 10 gigs a second is, that's incredibly fast. But you can theoretically get that with copper cables, can't you? At least over really short distances.
You can, but that's the key. Short distances. Over 10 feet, copper starts to have major signal integrity issues.
So how does this one pull it off?
That's the core distinction here. It's explicitly labeled a hybrid cable.
A hybrid?
Yeah. You don't just have copper inside. You have fiber optics doing all the heavy lifting for the data. The construction uses OM2 fiber strands right alongside 6 copper wires.
Wait, okay, that's interesting. If the fiber is handling all the high-speed data, why even have the copper wires in there at all? Why not just make it pure fiber?
That's a great question. You still need the copper for low-speed communication and, critically, for delivering power, even if it's a tiny amount.
Power for what, exactly?
Well, the high-speed optical signal has to be converted at both ends, right? Back into an electrical signal. Our source material says the OE converter uses a 4-channel OM2 850-nanometer VCSEL array.
Okay, let's translate that from Starship Engineering for a second. A VCSEL is basically a tiny, super efficient laser, right?
That's a perfect way to put it. That little laser is what sends the data as light pulses down those fiber strands.
And what's amazing is that even with all this high-tech stuff inside, it's still really practical.
Supremely practical in its own way. It's true plug and play, so no drivers to install. And here's the real kicker. No external power.
So you don't need to plug it into the wall?
Nope. It just pulls the power it needs, a max of 400 milliwatts, right from the USB source device.
This definitely feels less like a desktop cable and more like something you install.
It is. I mean, just look at the physical specs. It's plenum rated.
And for anyone who doesn't work in installations, why is a plenum rating so important?
It's all about fire safety. It means the jacket material produces less smoke and flame, so you can safely route it through air handling spaces, ceilings, ventilation systems.
Though it's tough.
Oh, yeah. It's got a slim 4.5 millimeter diameter, but it's rated for a long-term crush resistance of 100 newtons. It's built to be put in a wall and just, forgotten about.
Okay, so we've established the speed 10 GBPs, and it's backward compatible with older USB standards.
Okay.
But now we have to get to the crucial caveat.
We do. And this is probably the most important thing for you to understand about this cable.
To get this level of performance, you have to accept a massive trade-off.
A huge one. This cable is for data transfer only. It is specifically not for high-power charging, and it does not support something called ALT mode signal.
Wait, no charging and no video. We all think of USB-C as the one port that does everything. So what is ALT mode?
ALT mode is what lets you send, say, a DisplayPort or HDMI video signal over your USB-C connection to a monitor.
And this cable just doesn't do that.
It can't. By dropping that complex signal requirement and limiting the current rating to just 3 amps, they can protect the integrity of that 10 GBP's data signal above everything else.
So that really narrows down who this is for then.
It does. We're talking about specialized USD cameras, industrial printers, maybe some high-res webcams or scientific instruments, things where latency and sustained data speed are absolutely critical, but charging isn't the point.
Right, and that explains the price. You're paying $248 for the 10-foot version because you're buying that specialized engineering?
That and the durability. It's backed by a 7-year Kramer warranty, which tells you a lot. True high-speed data over distance just requires this kind of hybrid construction.
So to wrap this all up, we've looked at a cable that does one single task data transfer to an incredibly high standard, but only by sacrificing all the versatility we expect from USB-C.
Exactly.
And that really raises a final provocative question for you to think about. If a specialized tool like this shows what's possible when you focus on one thing, how much raw performance are we sacrificing every single day when we choose our convenient do-it-all solutions over dedicated high-end tools?